So on your page, you talk a lot about the foundations for healthy sleep with environment, nutrition, and routine. So can you talk a little bit more about this?
There's four pillars of healthy sleep foundations. One is environment, setting up the safe sleep environment for your child, whether that's in the bassinet in the first few months of life or in the crib. Now, some parents do start their baby in the crib as soon as they bring them home, which is fine as well. I do recommend for C-section mamas, especially, to have a bassinet that's close to their bed so there's less movement for the moms. So, setting up that, having a dark space for their naps and bedtime is also essential. Setting up a white noise machine because when they're in the womb, it's very loud for them. So, we want to replicate that loudness when they're outside of the womb as well. So, yeah, setting up a safe sleep environment that's conducive to sleep is very essential. And then the next one is nutrition. Nutrition is huge, whether you're breastfeeding, formula feeding, whatever the case is, as long as you're getting enough calories, enough ounces in your baby's body throughout the day, then their nighttime food intake will be lower and their sleep will be greater. But we do want to maintain adequate nutrition throughout the day and night as needed. And then the third is awake windows. We want to follow age appropriate and developmentally appropriate awake windows that will help child from not getting too overtired, but also get them to sleep in the age appropriate window where they will give you a long stretch of sleep for their naps and they will not be overtired. It varies depending on their age. So it just depends on what age your child is in. I have great resources on my page with awake windows, so be sure to check that out. And then the last thing is routine. We want to establish routine from day one, whether that's for naps or bedtime. Now, as the baby is younger, the routine's going to be shorter, but what I've noticed personally is as they get older, the routine gets longer because the toddlers are prone to delay bedtime and they will come up with any excuse in the book. I want water. I'm hungry. I want a snack. I'm too cold. I want socks. Anything to delay bedtime. So your routine is going to get longer. But yeah, I say to have a consistent routine for naps, keep it about 5 to 10 minutes for naps, and then a consistent routine for bedtime, which is about 25 to 30 minutes max.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I know we get a lot of questions about routines, about how early should they start routines. So that I think a lot of parents will like hearing that about, keeping a routine. And I'm sure that's something too that, with different age, growth spurts, routines are gonna, change and evolve as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing I want to let parents know when it comes to awake windows, they get a little confused. So if you have a 3 hour awake window, then that is the time that the child wakes up from their last nap to the time that they fall back asleep, either for their second nap or for bedtime. So that is considered the full awake window. Now, if an awake window is 3 hours long, then you want to start that routine about 15 to 30 minutes before that awake window ends. So it just depends on if you're dealing with a nap or the bedtime.